Krishna, everyone, and welcome. We are meeting today with an amazing team of devotees who are coming together to present One Day for Ukraine, an unprecedented festival that is taking place right here at home at ISKCON Alachua on our temple property. And it's a very, very exciting occasion. This is going to be an interfaith festival with so many opportunities for us to get involved in supporting the Ukrainian Yacha, supporting Ukraine together, and celebrating unity and diversity. So thank you so much. I would like to welcome Leah Velat, Kashishwar Prabhu, and Kishori Rani Prabhu. And they're coming to us originally from St. Petersburg, Russia, and Ukraine and Belarus. So we are just, we're honored to meet you and to hear a bit about what has inspired you to put on this festival, and also to learn about Vera, which is a global organization in support of Ukraine. So please, who would like to get us started with talking about, shall we talk a bit about the upcoming festival first? When is it happening? At what time? Where can we join you there?
Sure, I guess I'll take the lead on that. The festival is taking place on Saturday, October 1st, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be an all day of fun here at the Alachua Temple grounds. And as you mentioned, it's going to be an interfaith festival. So we're opening it up to the greater Gainesville community, but also Orlando, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, St. Augustine. We're inviting people from all over and hoping to have a good turnout on the day of.
And what can we expect to see there?
It will hopefully be something for everyone. We are working on a musical program. We are working on a lot of activities for the children, like inflatables and crafts corner and different games. We're going to have hay rides. We're going to have amazing food, some food trucks and some vegetarian and vegan treats. We're going to have Ukrainian crafts for sale. Some amazing finds that people are not going to be able to find just walking into any store. So that's going to be really amazing. And we are just really hoping to bring that spirit of being united, being together, regardless of what religion or background anyone is, and to really have that permeate the whole festival.
Wonderful. I just want to stop for a moment and say these devotees are working so hard on putting this festival together. We're coming up in about 2 weeks away from the event. So if you're watching this video and you feel inspired, please share it to all of the groups, the pages, community pages in Gainesville that you feel people would be attracted from all over the area to come and to join us. You can share it to your personal page, and let's help them spread the word however we can, so that we can get a really beautiful turnout to celebrate together. Thank you, Leah.
Thank you.
Okay, so maybe we can talk a little bit more about the festival at the end. And now I'd like to learn about Vera. So Vera stands for Vaishnava International Relief Association. And it's also my understanding that this is a name for Hanumanji. And also in Ukrainian, the language, it means faith. So who would like to share with us about the conception of Vera and your goals, your mission, and what's happening right now? Yes, please, Kashishwar Prabhu, please go ahead.
Okay, Hare Krishna. First of all, thank you so much for inviting us to be part of this wonderful Nectarian or Nectar Talks program. We have been carefully watching previous programs you had before. And before speaking about Vera and the idea behind it, I just would like to say that, three of us, first of all, as you said before, you know, like we represent, like here you have like Ukrainian, Russian, and Belarusian devotees. So the idea is that we all members of the large international Srila Prabhupada's family. And what I really, you know, like in New Raman Reddy's spirit is that we have this beautiful bouquet of wonderful flowers which have been growing in this community, which add the special kind of flavor of you know, mood of those particular national groups who are jointly serving Srila Prabhupada's mission. And I believe Srila Prabhupada often used to say that, you know, our Krishna consciousness is based on the principle of unity and diversity. So we unite around Krishna, we unite around spiritual values, and jointly we are trying to spread the spirit of the family amongst all the people of this world. And I think this is extremely important, because if we want to expand our mission, we need to understand that people should join us. So 3 of us, actually, we moved from New York City around 3 years ago when the pandemic started. And before that, we were actually members of the Bhakti Center community in New York City. Those who have been there, they know that there is a beautiful community of very enthusiastic devotees. And we were taken, I would say, we used to be called Russian Sangha group. And again, you know, we all had different backgrounds. We had like Jewish, Ukrainian, Russian, Kazakh devotees, and we have been serving there. But when the pandemic started, somehow everyone started moving down here. So we just decided, okay, this is probably the time to move, and we just packed up and moved down here. And we found out that this community is just fantastic. I would say New Ram Reddy is probably one of the exemplary communities in the world, and with the proper and very expert guidance of our senior devotees, as well as with the senior Srila Prabhupada's disciples who are very open for guiding us, like young generation. I take myself as a young generation devotee. So this is, again, you know, this is amazing opportunity to set up new standards, or to help devotees understand that actually there is no difference. We shouldn't be conditioned by some specific kind of, you know, maybe mundane things. I'm saying so because I don't want to devotees feel that, you know, some people may ask, you know, why Ukraine? Why we have all these things? Now we are coming to the idea behind the Vira association. So we want to actually come to the new level of preaching when we don't really push our own ideas or philosophy or knowledge, but we want to open our doors for everyone, so everyone can feel actually that Vaishnava philosophy or culture can actually accommodate all the needs of people and help them to find own place in the society, but also under the, you know, Krishna's, you know, divine, let's say, divine light. You know, like Srila Prabhupada, he named his famous magazine Back to Godhead, and he had this beautiful painting, you know, like at the top of his magazine, showing that everyone, people of different backgrounds, they are looking into the Lord Chaitanya, who is coming down from the spiritual world. So anyway, the concept of Vaishnava International Relief Association came to us a few years ago, when we for the last few years, we have been organizing various retreats and festivals. We had a lot of outreach preaching activities. If you have time, maybe my wife Kishore Rani can share some of the ideas, maybe later, next interviews we might have. But so we had this idea because we had a lot of people from different backgrounds. Like I recall the first retreat we organized on the family psychology. It was maybe 8 years ago. And it was a great success. We had people like Orthodox Christians, we had Muslims, we had atheists. And at the end of that retreat, I remember one Russian boy, his name is like very famous, common name, Russian, Ivanov. So this boy approached me, he gave me a big hug, and he said the following. He said, you know, I'm your brother in Jesus, and you're my brother in Krishna. And we had a big hug at the end. So for me, it was full spiritual world. So anyway, so we had this idea that somehow we wanna try to unite people, unite our Vaishnava communities, addressing different needs and trying to ignite the spirit of preaching and also initiate some social maybe projects, etc. So all these ideas we have been carrying for a few years. But then when the active war started in Ukraine in February this year, then we just realized this is our call. And we immediately contacted His Holiness Niranjan Swami, who's GBC for Ukraine, as well as Achyutapriya Prabhu, another leader of Ukrainian Yatra. And we offered our services. We told them that we have a large community of Russian-speaking devotees in Northern America, and we want to help. And they immediately accepted our offer and gave their blessings, and we incorporated this Vira. So now we have volunteers, we have devotees in different cities across Northern America who are helping us to, in different ways, to help Ukrainian devotees. And if you are interested, I can say a few words about what is the current situation in Ukraine. So the thing is, again, you know, I'm not gonna speak like, it's not gonna be political kind of thing. I just would like to say that the situation is really critical. The active war going on, and we have a lot of innocent people dying every single day. There are like airstrikes, active wars, bombardments, and I would say there is no any single family which has not been affected by this war. Even my mother, she is 76 and she lives in a small town in the heart of the country. Every night she has to, when the airstrike alarm starts, she has to get up, get dressed and go to the basement, and sometimes sit there for 2-3 hours waiting for when the alarm is over. We have around 13 ISKCON devotees have been killed. Quite many of them, they are civilians. We have, so far, I believe we have 2 ISKCON temples completely ruined, many ISKCON temples shut down. There are no any function going on in the temple. In many places, deities from the temples have been taken in safety places. Maybe a few thousand families have been partitioned or divided because male citizens cannot leave the country. So wives and children, they are as refugees, they find some shelter in other countries. And many families, they haven't seen each other, you know, family members haven't seen each other for months. So the situation is serious. It's not a joke. And the problem is that nobody knows when this war will be over. And what we are trying to do, we are helping refugees. We help few families to move here in different communities. We raise funds, we send money to ISKCON temples, to Food for Life missions, to individuals. But main thing is not about financial or material help. Main thing is about awareness. Because the problem is, as you know, before this war started, we had this crazy pandemic. Like for 2 years, you know, everyone has been somehow affected. So there was no any active functions going on. In many places, temples have been closed, lockdowns. So the same thing was happening in Ukraine. And now, like after 2 years of no preaching, no active association, we have the active war. So for 3 years, devotees didn't have real support. And what I hear from a lot of friends of mine, many devotees, they just regret, they don't know, they feel they are in desperate situation. they feel they are on their own, and sometimes even they don't feel support from international community. Like, again, you know, maybe we have some senior devotees, they say something, but in general, when you're in the middle of this havoc and you don't feel anything, so they become doubtful about if there is some, you know, international support coming. So this is something I believe this is the most critical thing. And what we are trying to do, we want to show them, we want to prove them that we do know what's going on. We want to help, we want to prove that actually they are not alone, that there is no anything which can actually make them thinking that, you know, nobody cares. Unfortunately, sometimes even when people come to a very emotional, dramatic mental state due to the external circumstances, sometimes they forget about that. But we want to make them feel that actually Srila Prabhupada is there, Krishna is there, and all the Vaishnavas, they do care, they do pray, they are concerned about their situation. And this is what we are doing. So please don't take this festival as a political agenda. We are equally treating everyone. As you can see, 3 of us sitting here, actually 4 of us, 4 different nations. We are all helping each other. And I believe that we are entering completely new era, because in the future society, only real spiritual values will be appreciated. You know, we cannot impress people by knowledge, by, you know, esoterics, by mystical experience. We can only prove it by spiritual, I would say, currency, which is understood by absolutely everyone. So if we have compassion, or we express, you know, real Vaishnava adhikar, or, you know, the best qualities of a Vaishnava, then everyone will appreciate it. Everyone will value it. So this is the time when we have to wake up, we have to do something. We don't know what's going to happen. Today, Ukraine, tomorrow, maybe something else, maybe some other disaster, earthquakes, fires, you know. Our Vira is meant to help devotees worldwide, regardless their background, race, you know, skin color, etc., and also common people. So this is a nutshell of the concept of Vira association. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is definitely making me think of, you know, Srila Prabhupada saying that ISKCON is the real United Nations, and that, you know, this is real personalism when we're available to each other on a community level, in terms of our own families, our own sangha, and then also being there genuinely to reach out to devotees and communities around the world. You know, it's so poignant what you're saying, to remind each other that we're really not alone, and that Srila Prabhupada is extending himself through us to one another, and to really learn to be of support to one another is the goal of the Vaishnava. So thank you so much. And I just have to ask, how do we as a community get involved in Vira if we would like to be of some help, some assistance to you?
Leah, please.
So, yeah, of course. So next Wednesday, on September 21st, we are going to have and lead a presentation at the temple starting at 6:30 p.m. It's going to familiarize everyone with what Kishore Prabhu just shared, you know, the situation in Ukraine and the really dire need for us to unite and to do more than what we're doing in support of each other. We'll also share opportunities for getting involved and volunteering, you know, prior to the festival, but also on the day of. You know, we are going to need a lot of help on the day of the festival to make sure all our guests and everyone who's there is attended to and things are going as smoothly as possible. So that's one opportunity. The other way to get involved is to contact me directly. I post, I post a lot of updates about the festival in our Facebook group. It could
Is
also
that
be,
Facebook group, the Vera, is that a,
no, in our community Facebook group.
okay, so
So
ISKCON Alachua?
ISKCON Alachua, we're also in the newsletter as well.
Okay,
So there is the contact information there, and also the Facebook group that everyone is using for news updates and everything else. So I post there as well. We can also maybe include a link to the contact information here in in this live feed as well. I don't know if that's going to be something that's useful. And I'm also at the temple every Sunday. Our group is there. We put up our tent, and we're going to be doing this, for the 2 Sundays coming up to the festival. We put our support Dharma in Ukraine tent. So anyone interested can come up, and we can share the opportunities. We'll be more than happy to, take everyone in. The more the merrier, for sure.
thank you. Sounds fantastic. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about today regarding the festival itself?
If I can just mention,
Vera?
yes, if I can just mention one more thing. So along with the opportunities to help, we also have opportunities for people to showcase their services or their goods. So if anyone owns a business, we have a couple of devotee businesses that are going to be vending at the event, which is really exciting. So there's vending opportunities. And if there's anyone out there with a connection to musicians or dancers or anything else, that we can showcase. And really the idea here is that, there's different cultures coming together in the show of unity and peace. So, it doesn't have to be limited to kirtan. We actually welcome non-kirtan music more so, because we are going to have interfaith community, joining us. So we want to make sure the interfaith community sees our community as welcoming, as all inclusive. So anyone out there with connections, we welcome that as well. And then everyone's neighbors and friends are welcome to the festival.
And I would add a few more words. I would like to say that it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very exciting because we are having also a few families who are refugees who came from the really like front line places. Like there is one town, it's in all the news, it's called Mariupol, the town which has been completely ruined. So we have some people who survived for 1.5 months living in the basements of the building, saving lives of many local civilians, going out for search of water or food. And we have some miracle stories about that. And these families, they're gonna share own stories on the stage. It will be extremely interesting. And I'm saying miracle because we have some miracle Krishna conscious stories from the devotees who happen to be there. So this is something exciting, as well as we will have culture program we are actually partnering with 2 large non-profit organizations, and they're coming, the leaders coming, and one of them, they bring in a big group of Georgian dancers and musicians. So this is multinational actually festival. And of course, we are going to have also, I believe, like drum circle, and then so devotees can join, we can. And then ultimately we'll have kirtan. Come on, guys, please join us with kirtan. We will plant the tree of peace, and the dignitaries will have this official part. We have a good chance that 2 mayors will come and join us. So anyway, it's gonna be interesting events, but we do need your support. We do need to be you to be at the event, just to be there, and we can. You can join. There is always need for something. Someone needs to watch over that kids are safe, or guide, or we need volunteers, we need musicians, we need cooks, we need vendors. So please, everyone can add something and make it even better.
I see that this festival is going to be very nourishing for our community, and my prayer is that the Ukrainian devotees who are still in country hear about it, that they know about it, and they feel supported and held and heard by this group and by the devotees who want to support you and help you in this endeavor. I really feel that it gives them something to hold on to, and a perspective of a growing family, you know, that.
One thing I almost forgot to mention, that we already started asking all the devotees around to say a few words at the camera in support of Ukrainian devotees. At the end of this festival, we would like to actually put all these video addresses together in a little documentary. And can you imagine, everyone can say a few words to Ukrainian devotees. And if it's gonna be dozens of such devotees, this will be extremely important. I've seen, you know, you cannot imagine, I talk every day to my friends. Sometimes I share what senior devotees speak about the situation or sharing their hearts. Those devotees, they start crying. You know, this is so touching. I mean, this is, you know, Alachua community can be in the front of the whole civilization by showing the big heart of great Vaishnava, you know, Paradukha spirit, great compassion, great, you know, devotion. So this is something we can really do. I feel this is Krishna's arrangement, because all the senior devotees, we get so much support from everyone. And I feel maybe we can create something new, you know, new way of preaching, new way of communication, building up relationship with everyone. It's a very good message for all the large, you know, Alachua community, to show what Hare Krishna community is all about. So please help us, join us, and let's do it together. Ultimately, we do Kirtan, it's all Sankirtan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to thank all of you, Leah, Kashishvara, and Kishori Rani Prabhus. Kishori Rani, we didn't get to hear from you much today, but I would love it if you could take us out by reminding us of the date of the festival, the time, and just give us a send-off.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity to share about our event. And it will be again October 1st. It starts at 10 and it will be till whole day. Till we have fire to party and to share our love to Ukrainian devotees and not only to each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kishori Rani. Thank you all, and thank you for everyone for watching the video. We hope that you feel inspired and that you come and dance and sing and take prasadam and play with the kids and feel encouraged by this new development in our movement and in Alachua community and around the world. I thank you all, devotees, very much, and thank you for establishing Vira. This is a very exciting chapter for our community. Okay, everyone, we'll see you at One Day for Ukraine. Haribo.